Hello and welcome. This is Ted with another Breckenridge ski video, and today I'm going to show you some of the easiest moguls on the mountain, and these are going to be on a run called Crescendo, which is just downhill of the Vista House restaurant, where we'll see this sign pointing us towards Springmeier, and Crescendo will be a few hundred yards off to the left after we start down Springmeier. Let's go make some turns. So I'm starting off into Springmeier here. This is one of the easiest blue runs. So once you get a couple hundred yards into Springmeier, you will see that sign for Crescendo pointing us to the left. This is looking up the hill at the steepest part of Crescendo, and from here we will continue down underneath the Colorado chair to the bottom of it, and for the rest of the way it'll be groomed. So today I'm finishing up a series of videos of the easiest blues. So even though that's not necessarily the easiest blue, it is blue and it is the easiest bumps, or some of them. And for a lot of the rest of this season, I'm going to be shooting mostly black diamonds. I am a local real estate broker and ski instructor here at Breckenridge, and if you would like to find out more information about investment property for sale or booking private lessons, you can visit my website at brecksnowpro.com. And if you're interested in property, I'll talk a little bit more about that at the end of the skiing portion of this video. That was Springmeier to Crescendo to the bottom of the Colorado chair. I hope you liked that. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to hear a little bit about short-term rental restrictions here in Breckenridge, Stick around, otherwise I'll see you on the next one. And in the meantime, have fun and be safe. If you are considering the purchase of a property in Breckenridge with the intent of generating income from short-term rentals, then you need to be aware of the local zoning regulations in place which limit the availability of short-term rental permits. And for the purpose of this conversation, short-term means any rental of less than 30 days. Breckenridge has had the current regulations in place for about a year and a half. And most of the rest of Summit County has had similar regulations in place for about as long. You can find more information about this at my website, brecksnowpro.com. At the top we have some information about me and ski lessons. Below that, current snow conditions. Below that, active listings in the Breckenridge Resort Zone and Zone 1, which we will come back and look at in a moment. But below that, we have this map, which shows the locations of the Breckenridge Resort Zone and Zone 1. I will come back to what that means here in a moment. But below that, we have which specific subdivisions and condo complexes are included in the Breckenridge Resort Zone and Zone 1. And now we're going to scroll back up and take a notice of this number, 25 currently active listings in Breckenridge Resort Zone and Zone 1. I'm going to click on this link, and this is going to bring me to the Town of Breckenridge website, kind of their index page for short-term rental regulation information. So we are currently on this page. I'm going to bring you down to this one. With this table zoomed in, we can start to really understand how this regulation that went into effect 18 months ago works. So in the resort zone, we have 1,800 units, all of which are allowed a short-term rental license, and just under 1,700 which currently have existing licenses. In Zone 1, also just over 1,800 units, just under 1,700 licenses allowed, and just under 1,300 existing licenses. So Zone 1 is eligible for about 400 licenses which are not in use. As we come down to Zone 2 and Zone 3, we see the picture changes. In Zone 2, there are currently 142 licenses in use, with 130 allowed under the regulations that went into effect 18 months ago. That's because existing owners were grandfathered in. In Zone 3, it's even more dramatic. There are currently just over 1,200 licenses in use and just under 400 allowed. This means that for Zone 2 and Zone 3, there is going to be a waiting list, and for Zone 3, that waiting list could be decades long. The last thing that I'll point out on this table is that between the Resort Zone and Zone 1, there are about 3,600 properties, of which there are currently only about 25 for sale. And we're going to go back and take a look at that now. So, back here on my personal website, which you can find by going to brecksnowpro.com, you will find this search already created for Breckenridge Resort Zone and Zone 1 real estate listings. If you click here under Save Search and Get Listing Alerts, and then View Filters, you can change this, but this is currently for subdivisions of Beaver Run Condo, Blue Sky Breckenridge, Chateau, and it goes on and on off the screen there. But it is all of these subdivisions and condo complexes in the Breckenridge Resort Zone and Zone 1. So that's already saved for you, and if you don't want automatic alerts, you can just check this page. Right now there are 25 listings. All of these are currently on the screen, and all of them are currently off to the right here with thumbnail summary information. If you click on one, you will get the full details, and you will find my contact information on each. We go back. Something else to show you about this is right now it shows 25 all on the map. If you want to isolate a certain area, for example, I know that right here is Beaver Run. I put that in the center. I zoom in a little bit. And now there's 4 on the screen. It shows 4 here, and those are the only ones currently shown off to the right. One more thing worth mentioning, I'll zoom back out to 25. Over here it will show you the new listings. So we've got 8 days on the market, 9 days on the market, 9 days, 10 days. If we scroll down, we'll find price reductions, 10,000 there, 20,000 there. And I am recording this on a Sunday night. If I were doing this on a Friday morning, I'm very certain that there would be open houses over the weekend that would also show up here. That is just a quick overview of the short-term rental restrictions currently in place in Breckenridge. If you have any questions or would like to take a look at any of these properties or any others throughout Summit County, feel free to contact me directly at 970-470-2891 or drop me an email at info@amenta.com. Thank you very much for watching to the end of this video, and you can look forward to seeing more of this kind of information at the end of future ski videos of mine.